All right, welcome back. So we're going to do the one last example with angle side angle or angle side side. And this is the case with two triangles. Okay. So now, when you have, I've been dancing around this one. I haven't mentioned it explicitly, but if you've been listening carefully, then you may have heard me say it, or you may have heard me describe what's going on. So let's make this our infinite side, or I'm sorry, our as yet unknown side. I'm going to put, again, my side here. Now, this is angle A, or this is my angle theta, let's say. This is my opposite, sorry, adjacent. I've got my H equals to the adjacent times the sine of the angle. Okay, so now what happens if the opposite side is actually bigger than H, but less than the adjacent? Okay, if that happens, then I actually have two triangles. Okay, I can draw one here on the outside, and I can draw one here sort of inside the right triangle. That outside one's bad because it's not even close to the same size. There we go. Okay, so you just have to have the right way of thinking about it, but it has to be between those. If it's bigger than the adjacent side, then you're only going to get one triangle because you can't draw this triangle in between, right? If it's less than H, you're not going to get any triangles because you're going to be too short to close the gap. Okay, so let's do an example here. I have one. Here we go. Did I say that was 48? Nope, that was fine. Where was my two triangle example? I have it somewhere. There we go, 64. Okay, so there we go, 64. So I swear I prepare for this. Okay, so in this case, we're given A is 34 degrees, A is 6, and C is 8. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as we know we have one side that's adjacent to our angle and one side that's opposite to it. Okay, so drawing my as yet ungiven side, that's B. Okay, drawing this one is actually going to be C. Okay, the reason that's C is, remember, it's adjacent to my angle. And really the only reason I know that it's adjacent is because it's not opposite, right? The opposite one is the one with the same letter, just lowercase. Okay, then A is 6. So since A is 6, you definitely can see even that, hey, if I can close the gap, I can have two triangles. Okay, let's just, for completeness, let's just check the condition that A is bigger than the H. So our H, our height, is 8 times sine of 34 degrees, which is 4.47. So we're going to round that to 4.5. So A is between C and H. So we're going to have two triangles. Oh, that means we're going to have to resolve two things. That's okay. Let's make, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a table. So I'm going to write A here. I know A. I'm going to have two B's. So let's say this is B1. B, B, C, C. And I know this is 34 degrees. This is 6. And this is 8. Okay. That's going to work both times. That information is always going to be true. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and find what we can. We can find, oh, almost made a mistake. Well, I did make a mistake, but I caught it, thank God. You guys got to tell me about that sort of thing, remember? Oh, but wait, never mind. Okay, so sine of 34 degrees over 6 equals sine of C over 8. Okay. 8 sine of 34 degrees over 6 equals sine of C. Let me move this over. Okay. That's going to give us 34 sine times 8 divided by 6. So I'm going to get sine of C is 0.74559. I'm not going to even round it because I'm just keeping it in my calculator to find the inverse sine. So I get C equals 48.2. And remember, I also get C equals 180 minus that. You guys wondered why I kept talking about that other angle, huh? Now it makes sense to use both angles, okay? Notice, both of these angles are still bigger than A, and both of these angles still build us a triangle, right? Because I still don't get these sums. 48.2 plus 34 is definitely less than 180. 131.8 plus 34 is still less than 180. So I have room for two triangles. Okay, let's find our angle B. Okay, so our angle B, in this case, I had it already set, so it's 14.2. Remember, this plus B had to equal 180, right? Okay. I'm going to do it over here now. So I'm going to take 34 plus 48.2 and subtract that from 180. And I'm going to get 97.8. Okay. So now I have two different B's, angles, and now I can find the side B. Okay. So let's do that via, again, the law of sines, which is what we're doing today. So sine 97.8 divided by B equals, I'm going to use the A information, So B equals A sine B over sine A. I really should have done it that way because I like to do it with variables first. Let me fix that. Okay, so now I'm going to use the two different versions to find B. Okay, so I'm going to do this calculation with these numbers in triangle 1. 97.8 sine times 6 divided by 34 sine, 10.6. Okay, I'm sort of doing a sanity check. B here should be the largest side because the angle B is the largest angle. All right, let's do that with the other value for B, 14.2 sine of that times 6 divided by 34 sine of that. I get 2.6. Okay, again, sanity check. B is the smallest angle in this case, and so side B should be the smallest side. Okay? All right, that's it for angle side angle, or angle side side. I know it was 1, 2, 3 videos, so it was a pain in the angle side side, as we know. Okay? All right, we got a couple application problems coming next.